again. So any second now. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie. This is Violet Tiger, and she's over here. And together we make the Mad Scientists. There we go.
I'm out of here. Bye. Bye. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Colleen.
I have here some pieces.
And then we have a new person here, Earthling here from Arizona.
Hello.
Well, hello to you too. And Julie, yes, Julie's back. Oh, we love it. Julie's here.
Hi, Colleen. And hi, Mariah. And possibly Patricia, if she's listening. Now, this lot came out of my wall. This lot did. And it's dated Friday, May the 26th, 1997.
No, say that again.
Friday, May the 26th, 1967.
67.
Yeah, 67, not 97, 67. So that's before my mum and dad lived here. And it was packed into the wall where the old beam was. When they took all the bits out so as to be able to get the new steel in, they found all these bits all crumpled up like that. Yeah. And I've unwrapped them all. There's quite a lot of pieces. There's these two big pieces and two more over behind me, and then these little smaller bits. And I just was so fascinated. In one of them, there's a story about this man and woman who met a young man on holiday and offered to give him somewhere to live because his dad had thrown him out of the house. And some little time later, the husband suspected that the young man and his wife were being rather naughty. And so he told the man to leave the house. And he said to his wife, and if you don't like it, you can go too. So she did. So they packed in an enormous hurry while he was at work. And later they were arrested for stealing some things. But they were they were pronounced not guilty at trial because they said they'd packed in such a hurry, being scared of what he was going to do, the husband. They didn't know what they'd packed. They just packed in a hurry. And in any case, the thing that he said, the main thing of most value was, I think, a cigarette lighter. And it turns out that the man that was living with them had actually bought it for the wife, he said, not for the husband. So it's a sucks boo to him, you know. But they were scared of him, you see, so that's why they packed in a hurry to get out of there. So anyway, I thought that was quite interesting. I was reading that and thinking, oh, all the time while they were putting the beam into position, because they'd started it in the outside, opened the kitchen window, brought it in, and then just took it down the kitchen to where it had to go, you see. So I was sitting there and then realised that I'm now trapped in here. So I can't get back to the room where the dog is until they get the beam out my way, because I can't hop over the massive great beam. It's about this wide and about as tall as well. It's a huge great thing. So, but it's up now. So we're just waiting for plasters to dry. They'll be back in about 3 days and finish it off. So I've got these lovely bits of paper. I thought I might do some scans of them. I mean, there's loads of adverts for cars, you know. Where is it? Here we go. A VW Saloon, white, 1963, cost you 450 quid. It's like, what? Ooh, dear. Fascinating.
Going back in time.
One place. Oh, yeah, isn't it? Because I thought there was one place where there was a Porsche or something for sale for 1,200, and the guy that was looking at it, one of the builders, he said, "God, you wouldn't get one of them for that now." You absolutely wouldn't. So that's that. And here's all my bitsy bitsies. And you can see that I've done some work on these. This one was the same before, so was this. But these others, I've been doing things with them. And what do you think of that one?
Oh, cool.
Does that look all right to you?
Yeah.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Charlotte. And I did the wings as well. A bit of colour, nice bat wings. And I thought I'd put those by the big head because I think that's going to sit quite nicely there on the orange and let his eyes glow orange, see? And I noticed after I positioned that, and that's the other one I made the other night, painted, and the smaller bat wings I'm putting with the little bird skull. I think it's a bird skull rather than a bat skull because bats don't normally have long pointed beaks, do they? They have little snub noses. It's different. And when I positioned this one here, I realised that actually, if you look very closely down here, there's a little ghost head. You see that there?
I see it.
Yeah, I thought, oh, look at that. Serendipity. But we're not working on this one today.
Oh.
We could, but that's not what I put in the description. So we'd better stick with what we're supposed to be doing. So we'll get that one out of the way. And then we'll try and think what we're going to do with the other one. See, I was in the middle of trying to cut this design, you know, or something close to it, out of copper. I've only got one tool. I have two, but I can't find the other one. That's the point. This one is not really strong enough. This particular slab of copper is quite thick. It's about a millimeter. It's a bit thick. So I need my other tool, but I can't find it at the moment. So I shall have to spend some time looking for it. So that's that out the way. And we're back to this. Now, I found something else for this, which I wondered what you would think. Oh, I've now broken the glue. Oh, well. You know, we tried that one and tried that one. I quite like the green one. Oh, I haven't put my headphones on. It'll be all echoey. Hang on, let me put my headphones on. There we are. We better.
There you go. Well, I wasn't talking, so that's why I didn't notice. Sorry, everyone.
Well, that's a bit better light, isn't it? And I thought, as I was searching for various other things, I found this one, and I wondered what you lot thought of that one.
Oh. Ooh.
Because that one has a design on it.
Yeah, your light is. Put your hand over. There you go. I like that one. If anybody
it's got a painted back, you see. The back is painted. So it wouldn't matter about the glue so much. But I'm wondering also because the glue might pull the design off. So that's something to think about. Hold on. Cough's
That's
not
a
too
dang
good
cough.
these days. Yes, it's a bit rough, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, they've stirred up a lot of dust around there, haven't they?
Oh boy, did they.
There you go. That'll
This, you know, put in those labels on those inks. It's popping off all the time. Can't get it to stay on.
How about a dauber of glue?
That's what was on there. Remnants of the glue. Still on there. I put the glue on. I used this one. Doesn't seem to work. It should pop. Of course, the difficulty is the label is very slightly bigger than the top of the bottle, and I haven't got a punch that will punch it any smaller. Well, not without losing all the words.
Then I would say put it somewhere else on the bottle or put it on the bottom of the bottle and use tape.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know. This is a good news thing. So the little rods have arrived. The thing is, looking at the size of that, the width of that, they're actually smaller than the width of that. I don't think that's going to work. But I do have another set of those things, which I just found. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, who knows?
It's over there.
Put it down, of course, and it walked away. Things do that, but it's thicker. It's a good bit thicker, those ones that I found, so they may work. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this one. So, if I put that one on like that with glue, as I say, it could peel this off. And if I put it on there, if I put this one on there with the glass, the same thing could happen. Not peeling it off, but it could peel off and ping off the glue the same way as these labels are doing. So I'm kind of, because glass is such a smooth surface, much like the top of that bottle is, you know? Smooth plastic.
Well,
Wondering if I shouldn't use some sort of cage arrangement to hold it in place. That's going to mean I've got to drill through the front cover through there to fix it. And I'm wondering whether it's worth all that bother. Because it's not that such a bad thing on its own without that. Do you think I can get away with that without having to do that?
well, you know what? It's your book, first of all. So you do you. Second of all, I like it like that. I like the addition of the glass, but if you don't put it on there, it's pretty cool just like it is. E
Yeah.
Flo says, would E6000 work? Any kind of glue would work, but we don't want to use a glue that's going to distort the image behind the glass, Flo. So,
Yeah. I think we'll leave it without, you know. That's what I
yeah.
think. I think it's just too much trouble. Well, one thing I want to do is see about this piece here. I've been bothered by that. So what I think I need to do with that is get some paint out. And I've got this nice little one here, which is, what's it called? Soft mint. And I think that's going to go quite nicely there. So I think if I paint that on, that's going to be an improvement. Have I got any water? I don't know. Have I got any water?
You mean you have water right there.
I usually do, yeah. Usually got some water right
You have water, or you've got a backed up toilet.
No. I would need to think of some things to do in here, you know, on the inside to give it more use. You know, the way this one, let me take these pieces off the front because I can't keep opening it otherwise. Temporarily take these bits off. Oh, I've got some other bits to show you later, which I think might work well with this one if I do the colours right, because I think we've got enough for this one already. And any more is going to overwhelm it. I think what we've got is just right for that one. But what was I saying? You see, we've got something in here that is going to do something, aka this, which is going on there. That makes it look like something that has a purpose.
Right.
That's what I want with the other one. Things that look like they have a purpose. Yeah? So we've got to think of something I can put inside that will have purpose. I mean, we've got some nice pages already. We've got a flap to hold things with, like that, which is nice. But I want things inside that will do things. I think I also need to do some stiffening here because it is really wobbly, isn't it?
Very wobbly.
I mean,
well, then let me look on the inside again.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So on the other book, you did put a pocket down there, and that helps stabilize that.
That back piece is little more stable. Yes, not a lot because it's still unstable up here as well. I might need to put some sort of trim up there as well.
She does, Julie. She'll put that. Yes, bulky things like that will be inside, and that
I
will
hope
that
it's
piece.
got room, you see, hasn't it? It's got room. It'll have some pages, but it will. I can leave room. The pages don't have to be that long. The pages can be that long, or just sit in the middle or something. I think they'll probably go that way. But that means there's room. I mean, I've got this, but it's not the right um, style or anything. But that's another thing that has a purpose. You see what I mean about having a purpose? Little apothecary bottles. But it's not the right style for this. It needs to be. I mean, apothecary bottles, sure, they'd be fine, but they'd have to be on a different background with. Um, I mean, that's more of the right sort of colours. But it's a stamp. It's already got a purpose.
Yeah.
Don't really want to lose my little one of those because it's a really good stamp. That one, I like it immensely. Anyway, where's me? There we go. We're going to do this ridge that's really bothering me.
It's
Have you
fun.
got anything to do there,
Do I
or
have
are you
anything to do?
back in?
I was just cleaning. I have a little plastic bin over to my
Ooh,
left. When I sit at my desk here and something comes up, it's like he comes in and hands me something and says, "Here, you want this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. Yes, I'll take it." And I stick it over in the bin. Well, I'm now finally cleaning out that bin of all this stuff that I'm going to take downstairs to uh, add to journals, like stuff you're doing. Like,
uh,
say, I found this. This is a string that comes off a bag of apples. And these things are nice if I can get the knot out, which I always can. I don't know how many of these I have, quite a few. But it's a nice string that I can use for a journal closure.
it
It's a
is.
cotton string. So I have a lot of those. I found all my little decorative bits and pieces, scrap pieces that I've been decorating, and I had them in an envelope, and he gave me these cases that formerly held camera lenses.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
So now I'm using them to hold my bits for, yeah, hands don't work. The bits I cut out of my painty papers and that I decorate. Let's see, what else did I find? Oh, I came across a from macaroni and cheese, a package like your takeout, your piece of cardboard you use.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that off to the side and gel plate or something to it. And then I found this. I keep it right here on my desk. This is
Uh-huh.
from 2022.
Trees. That's P&M Artist Trees, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I thought it was.
It's a card I got from Mariah, Patricia, and Brad and Izzy that they
Lovely.
made, and I keep it on my desk, and it was getting buried, and I'm glad I found it again. Thank you, Mariah. See, it has more than one time to be admired and enjoyed. Even says 2022. Isn't that cool?
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Flo,
Anyway,
you're always useful
who's useful?
in the chat.
Oh, give me a break. I bet I could come over to your house and find a use for you. And I found a picture of, these are some dolls that I made about 30 years or so ago. I still have the middle one. I think I showed this the other day, or maybe I just showed you.
Yes,
Those
you did. You showed me.
Yep.
I
Those are
remember.
three dolls that I made. I made more than this, but that's three of them. And I have this one, and I have another one from downstairs. The other two were given away, and any others that I made were given away. And they're probably about 15, 18 inches tall, maybe 20 inches tall. So they're on stands here, wooden doll
Ah,
stands here. so they stand up. But yeah, I still have the middle one. The dolls, there was no pattern. So the dolls, the clothes, the hats, everything I did, there was no pattern. I just sat down and drew it out and made them. But this one here has been loved to death. Because she has the red hair.
Yeah.
There's another one that has red hair downstairs, and I claim those as my daughters.
Ah.
So the others I got rid of. I don't know. I was sitting here. I'm finding like this is one of the things that he's given me. He's brought home for me. I don't know where he found it or how he got it. He, picks it up along the floor or cross. I love ink pens. So as he went through hospitals or whatever, he'd need an ink pen to do something, and he'd just bring it home to me. So I got a nice collection of ink pens. Most of them don't work, but it's hard to part with them. And this is just a squishy rubber thing.
Well, if they really don't work, they're great tools for creating a line in something soft like clay or card or acetate.
Exactly. Yeah. See, this was from an imaging center, Charleston area medical center. And we haven't lived there in a long time. But this one still writes, I believe. Let's see.
That wasn't South Carolina.
I may have to go over this again because
Yeah.
I didn't put any gesso on it, but then I didn't want glaring white showing up on the rest of the covers. But I don't mind the bit of green because that will blend in with what else I've got.
304.
That's what I said. West Virginia, South Carolina. Charleston.
Yeah, not Charleston, South Carolina, Charleston, West Virginia. That's where that's from.
Yeah.
When we lived there.
Yep.
Anyway, I've just been sitting here waiting for you and going through this stuff to see what I can find to include in the journals I'm making.
I got into search mode looking for my chomper.
Your chomp? Oh, that cutter, that copper cutter?
Yeah.
Oh, and I found a package of, it's blue wire.
Oh.
But it's very cheap because this isn't actually blue wire. It's got a wrap around it.
Coating, yeah.
Yeah, a coating, and it's like a very cheap wrap. So if you overuse it, the wrap starts peeling off.
Oh, right.
So it's not as, let's see if I can get it to come off.
I've got some that's in that color, but it doesn't come off that easy. You can scrape it off, but it's more like a tint color on the outside of the wire.
This is more like tinsel wrapped around it.
You stay there a second. I'm going to go and wash this brush. I'll be back in a tick, okay?
Okay, in a tick. How much is a tick? See, see you see the tinsel or whatever it is wrapped around it? So it's just cheap wire. I'm wondering if no, I don't think it's florist wire. I don't know where I got this from, but it's definitely cheapy stuff. And I would take all that off before I would think to use it that way. Look at that. It's just like tinsel or foil or something. I would just keep the wire. Yeah, like it's not even as good as tin foil. It's Earthling, what is your name? It's I feel like an alien. Earthling, answer me. Her name is Earthling here. She's an Earthling here. Oh, hi, Bessie. Like, I'm not real happy with this, which is probably why it was sitting over there in the box going nowhere. So let's put it down there and put it to use somewhere. And then we have my old job information. Oh, we could throw that away. Well, we'll put it in here.
Why are you on camera?
Why am I on camera? Because Fran went away. That's why I'm on camera. Oh, I found a zine that I made. There's Leo the Lion. That's me. Hi, Mariah. Welcome back. There's some stamps that I have. More stamps, and that's it. Little zine. And what I'll do is I'll take some of this stuff and I'll say, oh, I'll put it over here and I'll get to it later. And then it piles up.
Hello.
She's back. Okay. There she is.
Blends in better now.
Wasn't that interesting? I entertained the masses. I did a poor job.
Oh, I don't think you do a poor job. So that's looking a bit better now. It's not quite so obvious that there's a funny gap. There are places where I need to add a bit more glue, but it's not looking so obvious anymore. So that makes me happier. I wiped the excess off the inside of the board. So I also wanted, you can see that I've also painted this a bit more, added more colour to here. Trouble is, it's coming off on me. So I'm going to have to go over it with some, I don't know, distress glaze or something. Have I got a pot of distress glaze somewhere?
Oh, and then I found this heart. This stays on my desk too, with Mariah's card and a couple other postcards, like from Sharon Lombard, some felt pieces. Let's see if I could show you my felt pieces from Sharon Lombard. If anybody knows Bethy here, Beth is in the chat right now. Bethy does felting. And she's pretty darn good. And she just did a stream Thursday night. And I was there, Bethy. I wasn't talking, but I was there. Well, Sharon Lombard is another one of our arty friends. And she watched Bethy and got excited about the felting and learned how to do it. And she did it. And she made some creatures. She may have already known Beth. I don't know. But anyway, this is one piece from her. Is an owl that I have. It's all felted. Isn't that beautiful? She knows I love owls. It stays on my desk. It's my best buddy. And then because I love to read, I love books and everything. And I love Einstein. So this is Einstein, my bookworm that she made. It's all felted. The book comes out of the hand. So there's the bookworm. Oh, the light. There you go. Oh, there you go. So Bethy's going to be doing felting on her Thursday night stream till the end of the year.
Oh, lovely.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And Sharon does, this is from 2020. Sharon, she did some people, like a little boy and a little girl, and I crocheted the clothes for them. And I don't have them. She has them, and I don't have a picture handy either. But I just love it. They stay on my desk. Okay.
Good.
Okay. But this is a heart from Janet Nash, who lives in the UK. I forget where. She's south of London, I believe. And she made these little random quilty hearts of love. And I got one, and it stays on my desk. There. Now you're caught up on the crap I have on my desk. Which is why I have no room on my desk to do much of anything else, is because I keep all my collectibles and lovey-dovey thingies up here.
I need a different thing. I think I might use the clear texture gesso on top of this, just to see what it does. I mean, it's no great big deal, is it?
Yeah, sure. That's awesome.
I can always pull that off and put another one there instead. But I just thought it might work. And it doesn't really matter if this gets disturbed a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. I mean, it's already been changed when I added more ink on here. So I thought, let's do some of this on it.
Oh, just Diane, go. I don't know about using it on a machine, but if you watch Beth, I mean, I tried to felt. I have a little mini kit that she sent me, little bits, and I tried to felt. I'm telling you what, my hand hurts. I stabbed myself. I cried.
Oh.
Tears. Yes, I did. I cried.
Oh.
I know. I don't like hurting. So I gave it up, but that's been a couple, well, at least it's 2020. And then COVID and everything else come in there. But I'm going to try. I promise you, I swear, before I die, I am going to complete a project. And I have a little package of felt stuff, flat felt items, like that Bessie made that she sent me. It's like she used a cookie cutter. It's a pokey craft. Yes, it is. It's like she took a cookie cutter and she put her felt gun in there and she stabbed it. And she made these beautiful little like appliques, felt appliques, and I cherish them. They're upstairs in my craft room, Beth. They're not right here. Sorry.
So I'm just putting the clear texture gesso on here, same as the other one.
Yes, cookie cutters. And I was thinking of going that route, Beth, and maybe avoid poking my hand more. So I have to get some cookie cutters. Because you can make felt applique shapes or something.
All right. Now put that into a nice little point because I want to get that glue texture gesso that's gone over there. Like that. And I reckon I'll just leave that now.
Yeah, you're kind of off camera at the bottom there.
Sorry.
You're forgiven.
I've just wiped around it. There's a little bit there actually. There we go. So I'll leave that now to set. So I reckon that's good enough. I'm just wondering whether I should try some on the spine as well. Because it's a bit pale, and if I put clear texture gesso, it should dry. Doesn't it dry with a slight gloss?
I have no clue. I don't think I have any clear.
Well, this is the one that was recommended by Mariah and Patricia.
If you were concerned, either go watch the video where they used it or do a practice piece.
Just want to have a look at the back for a second.
I think if it's stabbity stab, Diane, it's felting. True or not, I'm not sure. But my hands have a hard time doing that too and staying. Fran and I were talking about that, about drawing and designing. How we'll be drawing a straight line, and all of a sudden the hand will jerk or move or twitch, and there you go. Yep, it's terrible, isn't it?
Exaggeration, but yeah.
Mariah says, yes, that is great stuff. What was the question about the gesso? Will it dry clear?
Does it dry with a bit of a gloss? I know it dries clear because it says clear, but does it dry with a bit of a glossiness and intensify the colours we've just used? I think she says yes. Oh, no, she says, what was the question? Oh, that was the question.
Not glossy.
Not very glossy, but does it sort of intensify the colours a little bit?
She says not glossy.
Yeah, I know she says not glossy. I've just asked another question.
It dries cloudy.
Cloudy?
Judy said, Julie.
Oh, no.
Julie says it dries cloudy.
Oh, no.
And Mariah confirms that. It will cloudy and it will dull.
Dang. I'll have to get it off as quick as I can.
Yeah. See, the only thing I can come up with that would be clear, that would work. And this is APG Jamie was here Friday. And I went back, I watched her video that she put out Friday, and she used resin on a what she called a book cover. Man, did she make it look easy. It scares me, but she made it look easy. And that's all I could think of to use, like resin or what's the stuff I have that?
Well, I can use
glossy accent.
Some clear, some glossy texture gel. I just can't see any in front of me. There's crackle gel. I could use that. That might be a good idea. I could try it.
Well, couldn't you use, if you had glossy accents, couldn't you use that and embed it into?
Yeah, but I've got a tiny little bottle. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, you don't have a lot. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But I have a big thing of glossy gel somewhere. I've got the 3D matte gel right here in front of me, but I want the glossy. There's not often I want glossy.
Okay.
Wait a
Here.
minute, 3D gloss gel. I can see it right in the corner. Excuse me, you're going to have to look at the side so I can reach over and grab it.
Okay. And Mariah says, if you want the color to pop back up, then put another sealer over the area. And she says the texture gesso is meant to create a clear surface to work on, which you can,
Yeah,
can, and then
my
put a
bad.
matte or
Wasn't
gloss
thinking.
on after. It isn't ideal just to seal something.
No, I didn't just want to seal it. I wanted a bit of a gloss. So I'm going to use this 3D gloss gel, transparent. See if that helps at all.
Mad scientist at work.
Well, if you don't try things, you don't know. Or you do know if Mariah's there and tells you, no, it won't work. But in time, I was able to get it off again.
I've got to catch up live. Go here, go there.
I think I'll put some on here as well because I really like that green, but it is not staying green. When it dries, it goes pale. I'm going to put some on here as well.
And there, and there. And I'm going to post a link to Bethy's Thursday night stream when she did her felting. So there you go, everyone. And go ahead and go over there and subscribe and give her a thumbs up and a like. And like I said, it was 3 years ago. Gosh, has it been that long, Bethy?
Golly, was it? Wow. Well, good videos never die, I guess.
Well, the one I'm talking about was just Thursday night, but it's been 3 years since the first time I think I saw her felting was back in 2020.
Oh,
I'm just thinking Bethy and I have been together 3-4 years. Really? Tell you what, that virus just knocked my brain out for a loop. Hi, Rhonda.
Yeah. So I wouldn't use this on the Grunge Journal because that is not the effect you want on a Grunge Journal. But I think it'll go quite nicely with something like this.
Well, you're off camera down in that corner.
Am I? Sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Mad Frankie's covering it.
Oh,
there you go. Just keep going now. There you go. Three years, Bethy.
Oh, got some on my hand. Wipe it off again.
5 years? Will it be 5 years, Beth? Oh my gosh. Well, if I haven't said it, happy anniversary. That's how long we've been together. Wow.
Long
and I
time.
say together because I was with Beth when she first started. Yep. Like with you. Although I wasn't on a stream with her. I was just behind the scenes stuff.
There we are on that one. I'll do the other end down here. I've just touched the other one. I've got some more goo on my fingers.
You know what? Well. I just where are they?
What else is painting for but getting goo on your fingers?
Yeah, we were youngins. I just cut and scored some cereal box covers or boards. Duh, words are hard. I just cut and scored some of these so I could, because you've got me wanting to do a journal like that. But the more I'm watching you, the more I'm thinking I'm going to have to put some reinforcement in mine before I.
Yeah, best to do that beforehand.
This is pretty.
I mean, all I was doing with this was using up the card, but I should have used 2 layers instead of just 2 layers on the spine.
Yeah, and I
That's
do
what I
have 2 covers here, so I can actually put these together if I want and make them thicker. I also have some mat board upstairs, so, and that's fairly thick. So, yeah. But the other thing is when I do mine, I don't put, I'm just putting signatures and, yeah, that's the one I have, Bethy.
But if you're only putting signatures, you only really need to protect the corners. But you
right.
know, you want to put other bits in, so that's going to require a bit more reinforcement.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking. You're putting on heavier objects other than signatures, and um,
That's
that's where
silly, yes.
uh,
So we're going to have to come up with a cure for that.
yeah, Bessie. I have a club cracker box here. I have 2 of them. I have these. I just sanded them. I just sanded this one, and this one I changed where the score lines are, because it would be here. These are the score
Yeah.
lines of the box. Well, I made
Yeah.
the spine smaller.
Yeah, well, that's what I did on this one, which is why I had to use the straps, because the score line was still wibbly where the other score line was.
Yep. And here's the original score line for the other side of the box. And I left that on there because I'm going to turn that over and make it a closure. So there's the cracker box. But I had to sand this a bit because I'm going to put glue on it. I want the glue to be able to adhere well. So I needed to do it. And I have another one I've got to get ready. Come back here. Been busy. Oh, and if anybody hasn't been watching Eddie's videos where he's doing a series on making journal too, he's making a journal series like Fran is doing, but it's a whole other kind of journal. It's more like what I make with fabric and I think the first one he did a couple with iron-on Pellon, which I sent him, so that was good. But yeah, go follow Eddie. Eddie's having a blast with that. And I just noticed in chat today, in Mariah's chat, that he mentioned something about wanting to save up to get a sewing machine. We are influencers.
Yeah, I mean, I only influence people about books. Someone else is doing the influencing about sewing machines. That's quite a bit expensive, isn't it?
Not really, because if you watch, Ann Lar got a generic cheap sewing machine from Amazon. It really didn't cost her much, and it's good enough, or it has been good enough I think she has a newer, better one now, but it has been good enough to sew paper, scrap, things like that, you know? So, and yeah, secondhand stores have sewing machines. Hey, Eddie, secondhand stores.
Well.
Yeah, I need to put Eddie's link on there. I do have a couple old belts, Bethy, and I already said that the other day. But what I have here is I found this floating out in my yard, and I put it out into our neighborhood that somebody lost this package on a windy day. And if anybody could see what that is, these are sure
Watch straps?
Yeah, they're watch straps they're compatible with Apple watches, I think.
Right.
Is there an Apple Watch? And I haven't even opened it because I was hoping after I posted that the owner would show up, and that was months ago. So I guess they're mine. So I'm going to open it. I'm going to cut this open. And I can use this. Effie mentioned belts. I could use this. Yeah, great score. So it's another. I mean, I did try to find the owner, honestly. And my neighbor right behind my house is head of the neighborhood watch. So I asked her to put the word out, but nobody claimed it. Look at these beautiful watch bands that I could use as a closure. Isn't that
Lovely.
great? And they're, what's the word? They're not leather. They're
Faux leather?
well, they're
Plastic?
rubber. They're rubber.
Rubber. All right.
They're rubber. They're
Well,
bent.
that's nice card wearing for a journal.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at the colors. The colors are exactly the colors that I love.
There you go. Meant to be.
They weren't, Diane. I don't. The funny thing is I found it like this. I didn't find it in an Amazon package or anything like that. Silicone. Thank you, Apple. Hi, Apple. I didn't find it in a Amazon package. I found it just like this. So I don't know that they would have been delivered, because if I had found it as an Amazon package, I'd have had the name and address and I would have delivered it myself. And it was right after an extremely windy day here. I happened to notice it out in the backyard, floating behind the backyard. And I'm like, okay, put the word out. Nobody claimed it. I like them. They will make, oh, let me get off camera. They will make good journal closures.
There we go. So I've now done this one and the bits of that one that was showing, except for that bit. I wonder whether I should do this as well, but I quite like it as it is, so I'm just going to leave it. I am, however, going to do this corner piece, which you can't see. There we are, that corner piece there. Just to finish off that, because I like that colour and I want it to pop a bit. And then you see how I've got some holes in here that helped with the create a design there. Well, I'm going to do similar over in that corner.
Okay.
Of the piece I painted.
All right. Here's the link to Eddie's channel. Go give him some love and support. He's a good guy.
Well, by the way, with Violet away on Wednesday and Friday, we have a couple of special guests coming in, one on Wednesday and one on Friday. And if you want to know who they are, you have to turn up and find out, wouldn't you?
Oh, even this is even a surprise to me, everyone. I knew I had suggested she ask around, and I know the very first person that came to mind couldn't make it, and I'm not going to say her name because I don't want her to feel self-conscious. But you were the first. She's here, and you were the first person I thought of, and I told Fran, go ask her. But it just wouldn't work out. So I didn't know that Fran had found somebody else, and now I'm going to miss it.
Well, you'll have to watch on replay, won't you?
I always come back and watch our replays because, one, I want to make sure all the camera stuff is done right, and two, because I don't always catch everything you're talking about because I'm talking or I'm doing something else. So, yeah. I catch your replays too. Oh,
I'll tell you, when we've got a bit of time, you and I together, I'd like to investigate the StreamYards talking about local recordings, because that cuts out when the internet cuts out or sounds go across each other and things like that. So that might be good if we could figure out how to do that.
Okay, let's talk about that later. Don't forget.
Wait until you come back. It's no rush.
Okay, Julie, she's going to have Wednesday and Friday. I will not be here. Russ and I are going on a trip to the Mississippi River again. We got to do that little mental health getaway, you know?
Yeah.
And we're going to do some bird watching and photography. And yes, so Wednesday and Friday, same time as this, 1 o'clock Central. I mean, I won't even be available to put the notifications out. So you'll have to watch for something from Fran in Makers and in her group.
Now, are our times correct at the moment?
Yes, we are back on
Right.
regular. We are back.
So what I'll do, I'll copy the times you put out for today for Wednesday and Friday because it'd be the same time, won't it?
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah.
a text. I have a notepad that I save on my desktop that has all the information for your streams. So
Oh, right. Well, could you send me a copy? That'd be great.
I am going to do that. I am absolutely
Wonderful.
going
Yeah,
to do that.
Wednesday and Friday, Diane. Definitely.
Yep.
Different people on each day. Ooh.
2 different people. See, this is news to me. I didn't know you had confirmed anything. Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
That's so
It's going to
cool.
be
Thank
so
you,
much
whoever
fun.
it is that's going to do
So,
that. Thank you.
I am going to have to put that aside. So, what I thought I'd do while we do that is try and figure out what I'm going to do with pages. So, we've got some pages. I want to figure out what else. But I also need to remember I need to put some sturdying things on here, or possibly on the inside. Perhaps I could get away with that. Put that down somewhere to vegetate.
Julie, you and I are going to have to watch the replays. But you can be here for Friday, right? You can be here to watch on Friday live. But anyway, everybody try to be here live Wednesday and live Friday at 1 o'clock Central US, which would be, I believe it's 7 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock.
7 p.m. in the UK.
Oh, I didn't change that on your stream, on the thing. Oh, my bad.
Ooh.
I'll fix that. I still have it at 8 and 9.
Why?
I don't know.
Because we're not at 8 and 9. We've never been at 8 and 9.
You're right. Well, you were. Yeah, I know. Right? Okay. Because I don't do math. Because one
dear,
is 6
dear.
hours difference and 1 and 6 is 8. Don't you know? It's
Wanted
the
to
new
show
math.
you these. Yeah, of course it is.
I
Look at
corrected
these that came.
today. I
I like
corrected the U.S. time. I forgot to correct the U.K. time. Duh.
We shouldn't have needed to correct the UK time at all. It's the same as it always is. Isn't it? Yeah, because they put the clocks back. Now,
Really
what you do is you pull these out like that. So you take that and you pull that out.
Okay.
And then you slot your papers in. Get them all lined up as you want them.
Okay.
Into that. And then you slide this down to clip it in place. And then it's not coming out.
Okay.
I really got it in case I could use it with the so there you go, I've got 2 pages there now.
It's
and
strong
they're stuck together.
clips. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're sort of, you can see them from the top as well, you see. So what I got them for was for the let's get this right. The distress swatches little file folders, yeah? Oh dear. That's what they were for. So that when they were in the file, you could look and see, oh, that one's got so-and-so. Use it as an indicator of something being present, as well as a way of fixing pieces together.
So to clarify, it's 1 p.m. here, 7 p.m. there.
Well, at the moment, it's nearly 8 p.m., but
Well,
yeah.
it's really 8, yeah. So it's 1, 2,
Will be
3,
7 p.m. start time, yeah.
Yeah, okay. My bad.
Quite like that. It's not quite in theme, though, I'm not so sure.
So if anybody is out there like Paula or whatever and looking at the time zones I put up, oh my Lord. It's all my fault. Some people just can't count.
Oh dear.
I do words, not numbers.
I like these pages. And I particularly like this one, but it's torn. So it's just using up colour. But they're on both sides, so that's good. These are on both sides. That one, oh, it is on both sides. I thought that wasn't. Yeah, that's good. That, it's also on both sides. Yay, we are cooking with gas.
Actually, you're not yet, are you?
Well, no, we don't have gas here.
Oh,
Well, we did in a different house, but not in this one. Because my mum was scared of gas, so she wouldn't have it in the house. I think we do have a gas, sort of like a camping gas stove somewhere, but whether it still works or not, I've got no idea.
so what is your heat?
It's
Hi,
oil.
Colleen. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so oh, you're lucky, Debbie. It's yeah, the daylight savings time is annoying. I wish they'd quit. So what kind of
So
heat
do
do
I.
you have then? Is it all electric?
Oil-fired central heating.
Oil fired.
Yeah, there's a boiler that runs on oil. We have a huge tank outside that gets filled up.
Bethy. Hi, Trish. Trish came in. Trish, I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Trish.
I'm sorry you couldn't stay. We were very boring. Fran and I were in a room in her group, and I was teaching her, helping her to learn to
A really boring program, but useful.
words are hard. What were we doing?
Fonts.
Fonts. Yes, I was teaching her how to the easiest, quickest, simplest way to learn how to make fonts, an actual font in a couple software programs. And
From a hand-designed, hand-drawn letter. You do its letter separately and bring it in. And when you finish doing 26 of them, you've got an alphabet. Of course, then you've got to do the lowercase as well.
You've got to do 52 to get both of those. And then you've got to do even more if you want the other characters.
Yeah, like exclamation mark, question mark, all the other weird bits.
Ampersands and copyright sign. And what else did you put in there? You put in the UK sign, the dollar sign, and the UK sign,
and the pound sign, and the @ sign.
Yep.
And I put in brackets and.
Well, actually, let's be careful because those are not called brackets. Brackets are a whole other thing.
All right.
Those that you put in there are parentheses.
That's the word, parentheses. I couldn't think of that.
And when you get the file and open it, they're all named because the small a is just A, SVG. The big A says caps A. All the capital letters have caps first. And then it was parent. I just put parent, left parent, right parent. I figured you'd know what that meant. Because that's what my British doctor did.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I can't seem to stop coughing.
But well, we were in the room and I was teaching Fran how to use these software programs. We were sharing our screens. And
just going to get me tea.
Okay. Trish popped in very briefly, and then she was gone. And I thought, oh no, Fran, we've bored her. She's gone. We've bored her. And then I caught the message, Trish, that your iPad had died. We don't mind if you come in there and join us, but keep in mind that we're probably off in a zone with whatever we're doing, and we might not be much fun. Now she's got me. She has a laser cutter, and she doesn't quite know how to use it. So now she's got me exploring and researching her laser cutter so I can explain to her how to use it easier than some of these videos do.
Yeah, because A is thick.
Yeah. Well, you're not. It's just that it's hard if you
they put in jargonized words that you haven't learnt.
Yes.
And they say use the thingamy push, and you think, what the hell's a thingamy push?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I love research. I love to do research. And so that I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. I stop and I go find out what it means. Hopefully, I don't go down a rabbit hole. It is,
I
but
think.
once you learn it, Mariah, it's kind of like other things. Once you learn it and you do it often enough, it's not that it's not less complicated, but it's just easier to go through or remember. I don't know. But it was kind of like everything, all the steps I taught Fran about how to create her font and this software program, she'll forget it all. She will.
Well, maybe not all of it,
Well,
but
maybe
I'll get
not
so
all of
far.
it.
And then, now what do I do?
Right. And you'll just draw a blank, and that's when you'll send me a message.
Yep.
That's okay.
That's the way it
That's
goes.
all right.
Just getting my tea.
Yep. It's a lot to remember. So, and you can't always write it all down, then forget where you put it. So, anyway, I'll take a look at the laser cutting stuff and well, that's the thing that Ian has already made something. I forget what she said he made, something small, just following a tutorial or something. So he's already made something with it. But even he doesn't know what he did to,
Yes.
according to Fran. I mean, he knows, I'm sure he knows, but try to explain it is a whole other thing. Know it well enough to explain it. And I don't have a laser cutter. I don't even want one. It doesn't interest me.
Where to put
I'd
it?
have to find, like I was explaining to Russ, because he'd get me one if I wanted, but I don't want one. I'd have to find a way to, for exhaust. Isn't that something you had to deal with, Mariah? Where to put the exhaust or the, I don't know the word for it. See, jargon.
Yeah, the exhaust pipe. Yes.
Right. I don't want to cut a hole in the house anywhere or chip
No.
up a window or anything. I told him just use the dryer vent, but I don't know that that would be feasible.
So you've seen this one, haven't you?
Yes.
And that's what I've been using, the colours.
Okay.
But look at the difference here.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I mean, that's
Color.
the other way up. Same colours, different paper. That's all it is. Just different paper. And
Much
look at
more
it.
brighter.
It's you want to stroke it. It looks so furry. Well, that's what I think. I look at it and I think velvet. Lovely. So I'm so thrilled with that. I haven't used any of these yet, but absolutely thrilled with them. So yes.
Well, now the first paper that isn't so bright. You know what I found? I just went through. Can make all the difference. I just went through making a bunch of coffee dyed paper. Yes, I knew Julie would ask, what paper is that one?
This just copier paper.
Just copier paper. Well, here's the
The
thing.
ordinary stuff that goes in the printer,
I
But
took
that
copier paper. I'm gonna get
is matte photo paper. Yeah, it's more expensive, so you get what you pay for. So there we go. Just had to show you that.
Okay, I have some Hammermill inkjet paper, and I used it to make coffee dyed paper. And I'll tell you what, on one side is a little slicker than the other. One side took the coffee dye quite nicely. The other side was so-so. It took the dye, but
So which was which?
which was what? Which side was which?
Which side took it well and which side didn't?
I think what I'm saying is I think one side has some kind of a slicker coating on it, and that's the side that didn't take it well. It just feels like it. I can't say for sure.
Didn't. I thought it would be the other way around. Huh, interesting to know.
Well, the side that didn't have the slick coating on it was more bare, and so it absorbed the color, the dye stain better.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm thinking. But they don't necessarily tell you that on the package or anything. So when you put it in your printer, how do you know which side you're putting in?
Yes, that is a good question. When you can't tell which is which.
Right. even Mariah agrees. Many of those premium papers have different sides. Exactly. So then I have some. Okay, Trish gotta go. She's.
Oh, bye-bye, Trish. Thanks for popping in. Have you thumbsy up
You
before you
don't
go?
ever do that, Trish. You don't ever bring negativity into the stream. I don't know anybody else, but I love you. Okay, you go take care of yourself. Let me see.
No, I'm not measuring this because I never bother.
So my hammer mill is premium inkjet and laser, which is why I got it, because I have a laser printer. And I happened to grab some to do the coffee dyeing. And I looked at it and went, well, why is only one side looking good? They actually holding it in my hand, they feel the same, both sides.
Oh.
But
And
I
you wouldn't be able to see. Has it got a shine on one side rather than the other?
All right. No, I don't see any difference. I don't see any difference. But it does say you open the package and you print. Sorry for the noise, everyone. It does show
All right.
you open the package and print this is up, then you print this side first.
The underneath. Oh.
Yeah, so if you pull it out like this is the side to print on. Interesting. I did not know that. But I don't necessarily feel. I'll put that in there and forget it. I don't feel. I just noticed it when I did the coffee dyeing. It's 24 pound, 90 GSM. But it says right there about put this side first for best results.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Well, it would be interesting to know whether the side you use for best results is the side that did better on the coffee dyeing or the underneath.
Now that I know, I will grab some out. I have more coffee, so I will grab some out the way they say, and we'll see. We shall see. Play mad scientist. I also have some natural choice paper, which is choice paper from each tree, high opacity for two-sided printing, acid-free, archival. This is really nice paper. I've used a lot of it. This is 20 pound and I don't have a GSM, but I really like this paper. And it takes both sides.
I've got a feeling I've seen natural choice paper around here somewhere.
It's really nice.
Might be wrong.
When exposed to light, natural choice paper's shade will gradually shift to its natural creamy state, letting you know it may be time to follow up, file, or recycle. Oh, if you're picky, we like that. We like color shift, don't we?
But it is good to know beforehand.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to do the same with this one.
And in doing that,
I'm just using a tag to copy the corner because on that cutter, this we are memory keepers one. Guess which one is the one that's broken? It's that one I put the C on, and that's the corner. I have other corners, but just not with me at the moment, so I'm just going to copy this, which is another way to do it and doesn't require an expensive machine.
See, I wouldn't have known that the premium papers have different sides. Mariah, you know what? There's a little naggy voice in my head that's telling me that you've addressed this before in a stream. It just sticking in my brain. Something wants to come up and tell me, Mariah's talked about this in the past. Look what else I found. Just
She's
looking
talked
down.
about different papers. I don't know whether she's talked about the same ones as you're talking about.
Look at this fabric I found in the cupboard where the paper is.
Oh, that's nice. Looks a bit like Tree of Life or
Coral.
Lichen Fir or something. Coral, yeah.
I love coral. And then I
So I
found, not very much of that, but I found a whole, probably about 2 yards of denim to go with it. I wonder what I had in mind. We're saving that for a journal. Yes,
shall I do
Mariah,
that?
me too. So
Shall I
anytime you want to talk about paper and the variances, you go right ahead.
do that?
She worked at the printing company for 7 years. Well, now I'm jealous.
Do you think that would look all right? I think that looks quite nice. Or should I do something more like across the bottom, like that? I'm just putting this where I'm going to cut it, maybe, so you can see
Right.
that it only goes so far.
I think I like it that way.
That way.
Yeah, I think I like the edge at the top and bottom rather than the side. Yeah.
Yeah, because then it just cuts off, yes. So what I've got to do now, cut it a little bit further, like there. Put that
Well,
piece
at the printing
aside.
company, Mariah, you didn't just work at the printing company. You got an education not only on paper, but on inks, on um, absorption, on layouts, right? Am I right? Layouts, like advertising, mock-ups.
Right.
You know, when you brought that out, I thought it was that punchinella, but it's not, is it?
It's that one of my dyes that I cut.
Oh,
See, painted the colour on the other side. Sprayed it on, actually. So it's really going to make a nice little tag. So we're on to ephemera now for the inside.
right.
We've got some, could be pages, and we've got what could be ephemera. And I really like that one. So I'm just going to daub some glue on. So if you've got anything to talk about, now's the time, because I'm going to be just boringly putting glue on.
Hi, Kathy.
Out. Hi, Kathy. Can't look. Too busy.
She's busy. She's over there doing stuff.
I'm doing stuff.
You learned some of the software. I bet there's
What
stories
software?
to tell of what she said when she worked at the printing company. I was saying all the things she probably learned more of. She said she learned some of the software, but mainly she checked files to see if they were print ready.
What, like making sure that you were going to be printing 100% black and white instead of just printing normally?
Oh, I'm sure there's. She could
That would be
probably
nice,
do.
because print shops I've been to didn't pay any attention to my instructions.
Well, it wasn't a print shop; it was a printing company.
Uh-huh. Slightly different.
Maybe I don't know. And UK, US.
R.H. Donnelly and Cloud Graphics.
Oh, I loved R.H. Donnelly, and that's not who Pete and Corinna work for, is it?
My dad worked for him.
My cousin and his wife, they work for a very big national, international, I can't remember. I think it's a graphics company, printing company. And I can never remember the name, but I know it's like big, well known in the industry. I bet Mariah could fill a stream talking about paper and inks, and which she does pretty good anyway. So if you don't know something about papers and inks and dyes and all of that, you should go to PM Artist Studio and learn more. Because she's the one.
There we are. When that's dried, that's going to look quite nice. Oh, I wanted to show you those.
See, right there. There's there.
There we go. Lovely. So I've got some. I was doing those plaster molds the other
Yes.
day. Well, I've done some more. So I need to go and get them and show you. I've got them sitting squashed because they were trying to peel up as they dried. So won't be a sec. Just going to nip over the other side of the room. Not be far.
Kathy, she got that. I don't know if you heard me say that, the holy stuff. I thought it was punchinella, but it's actually something she cut from a die. If that answers your question.
They might have dried.
And that's not a bad idea, Mariah. If it's not a day like Fran and I have, like some days we have these chatty back and forth off the topic days. It's a good
See what
topic.
we've got.
It's always a good topic. Is the paint colors, paint styles, all that stuff that comes from watercolors. Oh, watercolors. Mariah used watercolor today.
Uh-oh. It's breaking. But it's okay. It can be stuck back together again. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yep. I remember now. Okay.
Falling off. I thought they probably would. This is so fine. It really needs to be done with resin, but I can't stand resin. I'm not fun with it.
Yeah,
so let's look at this one, which could be all right.
This feels like deja vu, like you've made that dragonfly before and it broke before.
That was a different one.
Oh, okay.
See, all the little legs fell off. Looks like a wing wants to fall off as well. But that can be stuck back together.
Well, truthfully, if you broke it apart, broke the four wings off, and you've got some nice little bits of abstract stuff. I'm just saying, it's still
very true.
It's kind of like cutouts, the scrap pieces from when you cut something out. It's still good stuff.
Yeah, that is very true. Let's have that piece there. And let's have that piece there. There we go. That's quite nice. That's a very good idea. Of course, I've got these little... Look at that. The legs got left behind.
Try making it with polymer.
Yeah, that breaks as well. It's just too thin here, you see. It's really only resin that's going to work.
Okay. Mariah has a good suggestion. Put some ribbon or mesh within there to help hold it together.
Yeah, but these little legs are so tiny, there isn't room to get anything else but a tiny bit of clay in. You know? I mean, I don't have anything that could go in there.
Dragonflies have little legs?
Well, this one does.
Never mind. We have to get off this topic. My husband's behind me chuckling, and I can hear his brain cranking over there. I can hear the turning the wheel.
So that one is not bad at all. That one's going to work nicely when it's dried. I've got to put it on its... What do I do with it?
It's over there, over there.
Yeah, don't do that. I'll tell you what, I'll use this.
I do. I like Fimo. I didn't know they had air dry clay, though, Diane. That's nice to know.
There we are. There's somewhere nice to put it while it dries. There we go. Lovely. Handy use of the little thingy. Oh, it's right here by my foot. Never mind. Too late now. Found something else. Yeah, I'll put it on top of the dog's food for now. He won't want any. That's a big fat lie. So let's see if that's worked nicely. Yes, I can cut that flush now. There we go.
I think everything Julie wants to know, would paper clay be easier to pull out with the legs still attached? I think that the mold is
That was
yeah. The
that
mold
was
is so shallow. It's not a deep mold. It's very shallow. And when I was looking at it more closer, I think Fran's right. I think resin is probably the best
think
product to use in there.
And the thing with resin is that you've got to have somewhere flat. And this is a 400-year-old house. There is nowhere flat round here. Not even on the new floorboards they put in.
Which are so cool.
So you look at how tiny that is. That's absolutely minuscule.
They just have little legs.
Yep.
I've got my hand ready on the mute button in case the guy in the background decides he wants to say something that is not appropriate for a live viewing. Like that.
There you go. There's those. So, see what I mean? I mean, they are really tiny.
Very shallow. Very shallow.
They're as deep as the rest of it, but so thin, you see?
Yeah.
So, what you need is either resin or something with some kind of fibre in it. I thought the paper clay might be better that way, but seems not. So I'll put these on the dog's food with the resin.
Yeah, you have a few stray legs there, woman.
Yay.
Okay, don't mind me.
So now we've got a tag, or the beginnings of a tag. Now you can do all sorts of other things with it. I'd have to think what else to put on there. But you can always put some of these. That would be nice. How about, because we didn't use all the colours here, how about one of these for the tag top?
Oh yeah, why what oh that's not a bad idea, Julie. And she's even saying, please could you do this? A glue gun. Do you have a glue gun, Fran?
Somewhere.
So use hot glue to make your dragonfly.
Yeah, I could try it. With silicone, it might work. I think I want to use one of the green ones. That is what I think. I think I want to use one of those.
I said please.
Because it will contrast
You hear me?
nicely
I did say please.
with the blue background. I haven't got any blue ones, so I can't match it. I may as well contrast it.
I need to get some
That would go nice as well.
Tim Holtz, I think they are. They're hitch fasteners.
Yeah.
They're really cool looking. I saw Gail Agostinelli use them on her journals to
All right.
a rubber band to hook over the hitch fastener to close for a closure for a journal.
Wait, I have one on that one as well. But I might not. Yeah, I'll do it on that one anyway. And I think that side is more interesting than that side. But that's nice as well. But it's got those three funny lines down there, so I'm not so bothered. So I think we'll put that one on there.
Those are just added embellishments, no charge.
Added embellishments, new charge.
Personalization.
All right, what have I done with that now? Excuse me, I'm going to put a light on and have a look under these. Yeah, oh, there it is. See it now. You mind your bum. Go on, off you go. Go on, move yourself. Good boy. Go on, bit more. Go on. No, I'm going to be rolling back over your fur, you daft beggar.
Rufus.
Yeah.
Roofy, mind your mom.
Won't move away from me. I wonder if there might be some more pops and bangs out there. It is November the 6th, but it's less rainy than it was on the 5th.
Are you celebrating something? Is that the reason for
It's the
the
5th of November.
what?
Gunpowder, treason, and plot. Guy Fawkes night. Yesterday.
Never heard of it.
Oh, yes, a UK thing.
Yes, Julie, they're like little knobs that stick up, and then you could take an elastic closure from the backside of the book and wrap it around and hook it over the little knobby. They look kind of cool.
So now, what am I going to... That one. Right.
And they don't just glue on. So that was the thing that interests me. They don't just glue on. They like go, you have to punch a hole, and then it's like almost like they work almost like a Chicago screw. You have the little stem that you put down through the hole, and then you screw the backside on. So I thought that was pretty secure. Hitch fasteners.
Hitch fastener. I don't know if I've got any of those or not, because I can't remember what they look like.
Well, I thought I remembered you having them, and then I was watching Gail the other night. I watched a little bit of a video where she was doing golden book covers or showing one, and she had one on there, and I thought, well, isn't that, I've seen that before, and I looked it up, and it was a Seth, Tim Holtz hitch fastener. Oh.
Got to get this fully down so I can put my pressure on it.
Thick cover. So maybe I would, because I could use a Chicago screw, but it's not as pretty. It's not as rounded or as decorative as a hitch fastener. That's hard, isn't it?
That's lovely. There we go.
Let's see.
Super.
Okay.
So now we've got something to put threads and things through. But I want to put something on here. Not sure what. Something on there.
Yeah,
I've got a box here that I haven't looked in lately. Let's have a look and see if there's anything interesting in there. There might be. Then again, there might not.
Why didn't you put the other eyelet in?
I wanted that one in. I don't know that I want that colour for that one yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
I'm holding off on until I can be surer. So let's have a look what's in here.
Well, I
There's
just
a load of
using it on like 1/8 inch, like 1/8 inch chipboard, Julie. No more. Well, probably more than 1/8 inch. Not by much though. It's numbers. What do I know? I'm bad at numbers. Ooh, see,
That's nice.
that's nice. It even looks nice as a necktie for your seahorse.
Hmm. You goodies in here.
Yeah,
I
because
do like looking in packs or boxes that you haven't looked in for ages and going, ooh.
well, that's what I just said about this bin over here. I haven't looked in ages. I've just been stuffing stuff in it, and I found Mariah's card and Janet's heart and my doll pictures and stuff. I found good stuff. Those watch bands.
Bits of map. Not suitable for this, I don't think.
Oh, you're all right, Julie. Just because you're the only one that's over there chatting. I'm sure maybe
Ooh,
maybe
yeah.
no one else is really here watching. They're just got us on, and that's okay. Lurkers, maybe they're off doing something. This is what I do. I don't chat if my hands are busy. Mariah's here. See, you're not alone. There's Mariah.
That might be something I cut out myself, actually. I thought these were things other people had given me, but I think I actually cut those feathers myself.
I thought you did a whole bunch too, but don't ask me where they are.
There. Well, let's have a look at those anyway.
And that's
Possibles.
right.
I like that one. That one is really nice for this, and it would go really well with that too. I think these are from Hakanta. I'm not sure. They might be from Hakanta. If Hakanta watches and they are from her, thank you, Hakanta.
Oh
They
my!
were from somebody. Thank you, somebody else.
Apple is doing some encaustic, and the hot wax is keeping her from typing and chatting, which is okay. That's all right. You be careful.
Yeah, you be.
If I remember correctly, Fran really wants to. I know Sharon wants to do that encaustic.
No, I don't think it's me.
No, I know Sharon does.
No, I have done some before.
What was it?
I didn't. I was very good at it. Maybe
Okay. Then remind me, what was it you wanted to like get a work table set up out in maybe the greenhouse or whatever to do something that you had to do out there? Was it welding? Was it?
Not in a greenhouse, no.
Well, the greenhouse or one of the outbuildings. It was something you wanted that had to be that, it's not something you were going to do in the house.
Glass. That was Ian.
That was Ian. No, this was you. This was you. Honestly, I thought it was the encaustic.
No. I thought that was a whole lot of. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just not pulling the right thread.
That's yarn.
A thread.
Yep. Oh, she's watching, listening, and attempting a birthday card for a 4-year-old boy. Aw.
Oh, this is finer than I thought. I can't find the end.
Diane's going through her old cookbooks looking for her mother's notes to scan. Ooh. Those are good. Old cookbooks are good for journal pages. Hi, Uda.
Oh, look at that. I found an end.
Found it.
I found an end. Still want something in that area. I got a feeling this is going to need something to poke. And guess what? I got some little brass rods here. Here's one of them.
My husband with his toys. Oh dear.
Now we're going to make a workshop for Ian outside for doing his glass making.
Right. No,
his
this was
stained
something
glass.
for you, Fran. This is something I was thinking of that you wanted. It was something. Maybe it was a laser cutter. I don't think so, though.
No, I don't think I want that outside.
No, it was something else that, like, if you could ever get back to the outbuilding and get it set up.
Well, we'll think of it some other time, I expect. I
Yeah,
can't think right now.
fine. Not right now. Words are hard.
Mm.
Is that
Mhm.
Angelina fiber? Is that what they call it?
I think it's just what do they call it? Eyelash yarn.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Eyelash yarn, exactly. Because
Well,
I
that
have
came
some
through.
here that I love. It's just it's like mohair lashy yarn. I really
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
color.
I've got those, but this was something somebody else sent to me,
Yep.
so I thought it'd be nice to use it as it's just the right sort of colour too. Look, doesn't that go beautifully?
I thought I used some like that, only pink for Izzy's cat hat that I made. I
All
thought
right.
I put some of that on there, but it was pink and it was eyelash yarn. Yeah. I mean, I have a big skein of it.
What do you think of that?
I like that. Simple
Mhm.
but nice. I like that.
Yeah, might work.
Yeah.
And the other side is pale enough you could actually write on it.
Oh, that's interesting, Diane. Diane says she loves to fuse Angelina fibers and run it through an embossing folder.
Ah,
That's
I
interesting.
don't have any Angelina fibres.
Yeah, as soon as you put the word fiber in there, I want to know. Fiber,
It's a
textile.
kind of plastic stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Extruded plastic stuff, very, very thin.
Ooh, Bessie's gonna felt a feather Thursday night.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Feathers are popular.
Well, actually, I don't know that I will be there, Beth, because I'll be in a hotel room, so I'm not sure yet uh, what I'll be able to get access to via the hotel internet. Yeah, no,
Yeah, might not be so easy.
but hey, everyone else go watch. Oh, why'd you pull that off? I like that.
Because I want it even on one on each side of the thread.
Yes, I do watch replays. I do come back and watch replays. I even watch our own replays. What can I say? Fran will say something and I'll miss writing it down or remembering it, or I just hate it when I talk so much and then I have to listen to myself. I can be I can be annoying, don't you know?
Oh, can you? I hadn't noticed it. I think people are only annoying to themselves in that respect. Other people are just, hello?
Well, it's not annoying. It's just self-critical. It's
That's
just
it, yeah.
it's self-critical because
So I'm going to tie this up like that because I don't think this is going to make a big enough knot on its own.
yes, but Mariah, you are a professional. See, we're just rinky-dinky old ladies here playing with. Well, I'll speak for myself. Um, Playing with our crap. You are a professional, Mariah.
Well, seeing as how Mariah is paying me, I must be a bit professional.
Oh, this is true. But I'm just saying that she's a professional and yes, Mariah has me convinced. She's won me
Yeah, there
over.
you go.
You're just a professional. You want to present yourself a certain way. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I'm old and I'm tired. You get what you get. You have a business. You gotta be taken seriously. That's important.
I think that might work. I've got to thread it through here again because Dopey here changed her mind.
Watch your language.
Oh, that went through first time. Woohoo!
Yeah. Job.
Makes a change. Makes a change.
Yeah, Julie, I don't get it. Fran's always saying I like your voice. I like the way you talk or something like that. Not always saying, but she has said that to me and I'm like, who are you talking about?
Yeah. It's because something to do with the resonance of the skull. What you hear is not what you think ought to be there,
Yeah.
So when you hear yourself on a microphone, it doesn't sound right. It's only because you're used to hearing it through your own skull. And actually, I think it's probably better not to be through your own skull.
Yeah, it should be through his skull.
Now, don't make me laugh.
Don't talk about my
Yeah, Mariah, she says, I am the wrangler of the one that feels that way. Oh, yeah, you're a wrangler. Yep. You do good though. You do it. You're very smooth and very
Now then.
Beth, we can talk about anything here, just about anything, as long as it's not R-rated or X-rated or whatever. We try to minimize that. So if I go mute, that's usually because Russ is in the background getting R-rated.
or worse.
Or worse. There you go. Well done. Well done.
How's that?
Very nice.
That's not too bad. I like that.
It only took 4 tries.
2 tries.
I know, I'm
I had
kidding.
to just retie all the knots. Wasn't quite as bad as 4. Nearly, but not quite. Now then, I want to stick the feather down before I go any further because it'll just pop out. Otherwise. Ta, 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 ta.
I used to, when I first started, like the first few times I heard myself speak on a camera or whatever, I thought, who is that child?
Yeah.
So now you try to alter your voice so you sound a little more mature and intelligent. It doesn't always work.
How could you sound like a clown?
Subtle. That's the word I wanted, Diane. Thank you. Subtle.
Subtle. Well, that's one thing I'm not.
Mariah's
Never
voicing is
Never
quite
had.
subtle. She reels it back in and puts it back on track, and you didn't even think there's a nice flow there when you watch the screens. I'm not going to say a word to what you're doing right there because I don't want to give him a lead in.
Poking it in the hole.
I knew you'd do that. I gotta go mute.
Sorry, couldn't resist. I didn't get it in the hole, so I put it over the hole. Because the glue wouldn't let it slide along the card, you see. So there we go. Here's one.
Sound like a child, Debbie? Do you sound like a child? Do we sound like little children? Because we're just sitting here having a little playtime. We're not bothering anybody. We're being good girls. I'm not going to say that, Maria. I'll say that he will jump on it.
Don't go on that one with that. Thinking to use the blue bit, you see. I like the blue bit.
When I was working and I was doing medical transcription, Mariah, that's a word I use quite often, and he quite often jumped on it.
And over here, I've just spotted my eye.
Oh, different. That's different for you. You usually don't do sparkly, shiny, glittery.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can stick one of those in there, can't you? Not going to be a problem. So,
And I just read where the UK is banning glitter.
Really?
Yes. They're going to make it illegal. They're going to make a law that it's, yeah.
Good grief. I didn't know that. I've been too busy watching American politics.
You really got to
bother about it. No, it's more interesting over in America.
Let's see. Julia's doing a Mariah now with the eye zinc sprays.
So, got that. What did I do with the whole road of them? I had them somewhere. Had I hung them up again? What did I do with them? Oh, they're right on my knee. They're actually brushing my knee, you know. I mean, looking all around the place for them.
Oh, it's like, where are your glasses? They're on your head, silly.
Yeah, just like that. Professor Brainstorm. 3 pairs, yes.
Debbie, I don't know what your avatar is, but it's kind of eye-catching, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
VV or XX. XX. It's either
That
VV.
funny VW sign.
Oh, maybe it's a W. Well, there you go. See,
But
it's a W with a reflection W.
that's more like a V with a reflection V. I don't know. Pass. But it sort of looks vaguely sciencey, which I guess is the intention. So whether I use that.
Secretary's transcriber called. What was the old secretary's transcriber called? Was it like, are you talking about a machine? The dictaphone? And the glitter is bad for the environment. That's why, Beth. But I do know, I just read a brief headline about the UK is a damn it. They are going to stop glitter sales. It's going to be illegal. Little bits of plasticine is what I remember reading. Oh, shorthand is a whole other thing. I learned shorthand in high school. I think it's a maybe that's what you're thinking of, Diane. Shorthand, the script shorthand.
I'm going to use that one in there.
Dictaphone.
And I'm going to put back up.
There are some brands that have gone biodegradable. The thing is you know now that if they're going to outlaw it or make it illegal to sell, not purchase or have, but to sell, people are going to be hoarding what they have and like a black market thing. Watch your finger. Oh, your thumb was so close, I thought you were going to put a hole through it.
Better.
Oh, that's nice, Debbie. She says it's an air and earth alchemy, bringing heaven to earth. Oh, that's what that means. Did it work?
Lovely. First time. Super.
Good job.
So that's nice. Whoops. Oh no. Huh. Well,
I'm thinking back on that thing you wanted to do outside. Did it have something to do with copper, working with copper?
That might be.
Anodite, doing something with copper. It's got to be.
Might be.
Stickles. Because of your love for copper. I'm thinking that's what it is.
Could well be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to thread this through there. It's going to take some doing because it's wider than the hole. I'm going to try. I think I'll try and roll it up.
Debbie, are you a member of, have you been over to PM Martyr Studio, their streams? If you wanted to learn more about this crafting here, well, not this one. This is Fran doing Fran after the jelly papers. But if you wanted to learn more about the jelly print that are underneath there that you can't see.
In fact, that's a jelly paper.
PM Martyr Studio streams.
God.
And I know I put the link in somewhere. I did. I know I did. I did, Mariah, honest.
What am I going to put on those, if anything? I might not put anything. But I wanted to use a piece of this because I just like it.
Oh, I thought I did. I'll put it in again. You cannot put it in too many times. You just can't. Here we go. There we go. Awesome, Debbie. There you go. I'm going to put it in anyway. This is Fran in all her glory. Yes, it is. She's having fun. She's just ignoring me and doing her thing, which is what I tell her to do all the time.
I think I'm going to do that. And I think I want to cut that there because I want that to show.
And if you're on Facebook, I don't know if you're on Facebook, and I'm not going to beg you to join, but if you are on Facebook, you should go find Makers Studio, Makers.
Of mixed media artists.
Thank you, Fran. Find that group. You'll find the link for it in PM Artist Studio YouTube channel. And come join us on Facebook. Everybody's in it. Almost everybody you see here is part of that group, and we are very supportive. That's right. You watch the replays. Those are good too.
That's going to work, I think.
Okay, well, if you're not on Facebook, I'm not going to say don't do that.
Sorry.
Okay. Apple says, I don't know what she's responding to. Is that Monique? She says, I host an online art hive once a week, and yesterday I was thinking about how generous you and your mom are with your online community. That was to Mariah. They are. Yeah, absolutely. It's my tribe, and I don't fit in anywhere, but I do okay there. We all do.
Yeah, it's really a place for people that don't fit in anywhere else, and people that want to fit in, and people that just like the vibe, because we don't have there aren't that many restrictions in Makers. If you want to talk about something you just bought, you talk about it. Yeah. If you want to show something that's just not that on topic, but is still to do with art and creativity, you can show it. I mean, that pops up all the time.
Oh, cool. Debbie's on Instagram for her art. I'm going to go check that out. Mariah's PM Artist Studio is on Instagram, so there's there. Go check them out. Yep, it's, you know what, I don't know why it needs to be said, but apparently in this day and age it does need to be said. Just be kind, be respectful, be nice. And I just thought that was the way it's supposed to be. I mean, you shouldn't have to request that somebody be that way, but apparently you do.
Yeah, that's about all. The only real rule we've got, isn't it?
It's kind of like Thumper. If anybody knows Thumper, what does Thumper's daddy tell him?
Can't remember. Sometime since I watched it.
Well, Thumper's daddy says, if you can't say nothing nice,
don't say anything at all.
I didn't know
that came from him.
That's right. That's where I get it from.
And Bambi said,
See, we have people like that as well.
I wasn't quick enough with the mute button. Okay,
yep, there's a naughty chair for that.
I hope you had a good day at school. It's Monday.
Yeah, it depends what group you're in, Earthling, Debbie. That's the point. And Makers is the kind of group that you can be in with no problems about that sort of thing. I thought.
Yeah. There's a naughty chair and there's the nerds.
I'm a good lot.
Yeah, you're a good nerd. You'll learn about that in the streams. There's the naughty chair, and I think Paula is in charge of the naughty chair.
If not, Eddie is, and if Eddie's in charge of the naughty chair, look out.
Yeah,
They're fun.
I
There
agree,
we are.
Debbie.
There.
I am very good about I use Social Fixer on Facebook, and through there I keep the advertisements down. They probably don't like me, and sometimes Facebook breaks Social Fixer, and I have to deal with ads and
Oh, I want to do one of
feeds that
those.
I don't like, but it allows me to control what I see better. And also in Facebook,
Blue.
if you watch a lot of Facebook videos over there that are, if you click on them and
Chickly.
they're
Oh, right.
suggestive or something that you wouldn't like, you're creating your own algorithm. So they're going to show up more and more.
I mean, that's nice, but it's not quite the right colour for that.
No.
It's not strong enough difference to be a contrast, and it's not similar enough to be a match. So I don't want to use that one.
What about, you have anything like teal color, or
Oh,
is
I know
that
what I do have. Not teal
you're
colour,
like
but oh, I do have. Just over here, I have these.
Chicago screws?
These. No, they're not Chicago screws. They're little tiny pipes made of copper.
Oh,
Just little tubes of copper. That's all it is.
Debbie, you and I are
And
alike,
go beautifully on there.
which is why I'm on there, because I have family and friends on there, and that's how we keep in touch. But I have to control what shows up in my news feed, because I'll carry it. I like it.
I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work lovely.
I like it. I
I'll put
wonder if
one
you
on the
a
other side.
little farther up the ribbon.
Could put a few on.
Yeah, I like that.
See, we don't always have to verdigris the copper, although I do verdigris the copper almost every time I see it.
I absorb like what you're saying, Deb. So I have to limit myself. Selective.
Another one on there.
I like that. Those are so cool. They're just beads. They're just
They're not beads, they're just pieces of copper
right, they're
tube.
not
That's
even
all.
beads.
They are becoming beads by my doing this with them, aren't they?
How the heck
Right.
did you ever
So,
find
so what they actually are for putting over wires and pinching shut to keep the contact. Yeah?
aha?
You ask Russ about those. He'll know about those, I'm sure.
Well,
But I saw them advertised on something or other, and I went, ooh, nice.
well, he would say is crimpers, and they're not crimpers. And the second thing I'm
You
going to say,
can,
see where you have two of them on that one ribbon? Can
yep,
you like put a little faux knot in between those two so they don't bunch up together?
could do, yeah.
Wouldn't that look
It
all
won't
right?
be a phone, it should be a knot.
I mean, a knot. Yeah, knot.
Be an actual knot.
But wouldn't a knot, you don't even have to take it off. Yeah, just make a knot to keep them separate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jean? Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? So now you can actually see there's two. Yeah, you don't have to pull it tight. You can just leave it loosely.
I'm not so sure.
Well, Debbie, I'm going to say this. I absolutely
Maybe.
respect your feelings here and what you say, and good for you for taking care of yourself. There you go.
Large pinchers, yes, you'd need large pinchers, yes. You would.
Naughty wine at the grocery store. What is naughty wine, Apple? Now you have to tell us. What is naughty wine?
And
Not
what?
naughty. Because not means 2 zeros. That's what Jeffro used to say.
It's a double negative.
Yeah, it's a double negative. Not 7. You know who that is, don't you? Bond.
Yeah.
It's Bond. And yes, thank you for being here, Debbie.
Right, we've got those now. Pull that up a bit more.
Oh. No alcohol. Then it's not wine, it's just fruit juice. Did you do that?
What? I'm waiting for somebody to pick up the phone. Trying to schedule appointment for the test.
Oh, I thought that was that bee making that noise again.
No.
Oh, I see.
So now I've just got to stick this down, and I think that's that. I might put this on afterwards. Well, I've got to make some copies of this because it's such a nice randomish pattern.
Yeah.
So I'd do some of those and paint them in, maybe in some royal blue or something. It might be a bit heavy for that, but I think I want it for this journal
Like what?
somewhere.
Like a button type thing? Like just
It's the top of a large coat button that was done in a kind of random crackle sort of look, and I liked it so much. I didn't like the colour of it, but I liked the pattern, so saved it in a mould.
Julie, do you know how much work it takes to get alcohol out of a drink so that it's non-alcoholic? That's costly. That's why non-alcoholic drinks cost more than alcoholic drinks. You got to suck that out. It's really hard to strain it out. There you go. Beth. Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you what you meant, but it's a mold.
That's a mould, yeah.
It's a homemade mold.
Yeah, all I did was I put some of the your own mix and mould stuff, that you put two separate colours together
Yeah.
and make the mould, and you stick it over something, and within 20 minutes you can't change the shape anymore, but it's not quite completely set.
Yeah.
So you leave it for a while. It's quite easy to just do lots of them and then leave them overnight and come back and sort them out in the morning.
Diane says, talking about wine and whatever, she wants some beer stew. I want some beer cheese soup, and I wanted that before we even got here today. I said that the other day. Beer cheese soup. It's well known in Wisconsin.
Is it? Let me see.
Yes. And apple, you're talking about apple cider or cider. I just made a batch of apples and cranberries with apple cider and brown sugar and cinnamon. So it kind of is a filling for like a apple cake or apple pancake type thingy. But I decided I didn't want the pancake part. I just wanted the filling.
Uh-oh.
Very
Well, I
good.
used to make a star coffee cake, and frankly, the filling was always better than the pastry that went around it.
Right, right. And I made one like the recipe called for. You basically you put the because we've been through to the orchards the last month or so, and we've gotten I don't know how many bags of apples that are almost gone, and some I froze and some I baked this apple cake or apple pancake or whatever it is. But you cook up the apples, like I said, and I threw in fresh cranberries. Wisconsin is a cranberry state, along with cheese.
Is
So I threw in
it?
fresh cranberries, and threw it on top of this, or poured this dough over it, this mix, which turned out to be like a pancake mix, and I wasn't too keen on it. So the next time I made it, I just made the apple cranberry mix. Throw it in a bowl, heat it up, threw some chocolate chips on it, and there you Bob's your uncle.
Uncle Robert.
Uncle Robert. There's my
Yeah.
brother.
Now,
Uncle
what did I
Bobby.
do with that stuff? It's not there.
Oh, I love apples. Strawberries are my favorite, but I love apples.
Oh, it's right there next to me. Oh, look what the kind builders let me have.
Oh yeah, you were gonna show me. He hold him up closer.
They're shims for packing between bricks and things. Weird. I've seen them using them like this, spreading stuff with the bottom piece. And they also gave me,
Thank you,
let me
Kathy.
find it, it's here. These two, and the guy that gave me these gave me them as if they were really precious. It's like they're not as good as the previous nails. I didn't say that. The
Yeah, those
previous ones
kind of
were
standard.
huge and had big blocky ends. You know, they look like Roman nails or something. But then he gave me this. It's a piece they cut off the bottom of one of the acro jacks.
Where the heck are you gonna use that? Whatever you do,
Well,
don't
really
have it
heavy
again when
pen.
you're mad at Ian.
Look, it stands on its own. You could put a papier mâché head on the top, and that'd be its neck. Brilliant. Yeah, that's what Ian said when he saw it. What the heck are you going to use that for? Right, I'm going to use some paper clay in that mould. So I think that's going to be nice. I'm just keeping this out of the way of here because this has got to dry yet. So here's my little packet of paper clay. Now I'm going to get filthy now because this paper clay sticks to you.
Just so you know, you're over 2 hours.
Okay, well this will be the last two things I do. This one and this one.
You've been having so much fun. I just
Yeah, I didn't want to stop. It's just
yeah.
fun. I get a good impression with that one, I think.
So this is just the air dry clay.
Paper clay, yeah.
Clay, rather. Clay, yes. Okay.
Creative paper clay. Yeah.
Yep. So that other mold, I saw that one. What's that other mold of?
This one.
Yeah.
That's of a pendant I made once.
Oh.
In a steampunky style. I thought it'd be quite good if I colour it and to match with that. Or it could go in the other one if I prefer it. I can always do a couple of them. But I don't want it to go up there because I don't want a bail in it. I want it to, because it was made as jewellery originally. I just want it to be a round thing.
Julie, that's the name one of my grandmas had with Nana. She was German. I thought it was a German word. Nana. I thought Nana for grandma was a German word because she was German.
Oh, what did you do?
Did I do something?
No, it says Julie said. One day,
Oh, her grandma was making ginger beer and it exploded in her kitchen, in the kitchen. This was a long time ago. Julie was real little. She says, let's just say there wasn't much ginger beer from that batch. And she didn't have to help clean up because she was just a little girl. But Nana was upset.
Oh.
Ah, Oma and Opa. See, I had German grandmother, and her mother was German. They were both widows. So my great grandma was pure. Geez, we'd walk in the room if she was if the adults were talking, she would start talking German just so the kids wouldn't understand. But we didn't call her Oma or Opa. She wasn't a friendly woman. We called her
Yeah.
grandmother. Yes, grandmother. Because basically, all she ever said to you was, "Leave the room, or you gotta look."
Didn't like kids then.
She was just very stoic and German. I identify it with German.
All right.
So very stoic and almost cold, you know,
Mhm.
unfeeling or whatever. I don't think she was. She seemed. I remember walking into the kitchen where all the ladies gathered there and talking and whatever they were talking about, and she was quite animated. But when she saw one of us kids, it was a whole change. You could see the whole change, and she got very stoic and stiff, and
Strange.
in that, so
Yeah.
know, it was, yeah. Children were not to be seen or heard.
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Still needs something else. Not that. I don't know what else.
Well,
I'm hoping that that will be coloured and will become the else. So there's the other one.
you don't want too
Don't think.
much, and the card's too heavy to get into a pocket or anything.
Yeah, you don't want it too heavy, do you? Something. Oh, that's something I could look at. Or like, no, this is definitely too heavy. It's the right colour though.
Yes, it is, but it's a little too much.
I was going to say something there. I've got some pages I cut out of magazines with designs that I really like. That I liked. Perhaps something like that on there would be an idea. Now, if I remember, I'll have to go and hunt for that. See if I can find it. I'm not sure where they are.
Apple
But
wants to know,
yeah,
are your molds there, the ones right there in front of us? Because I know you said this a few minutes back. Are they made of silicone?
no, they're the 2-part easy mold clay. It's easy uh, mold stuff. But yeah, I think they're silicon. The way they move, I think it's silicon.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, 2-part easy mold. It was called. That was the name of it. Got it on Amazon, I think. Well, I think I'm done with that.
Okay.
That's what I did with the
Go.
one of the skulls I made. That I made a mold of the skull. So I made it, but then I made a mold. So yeah, I used to make lots of things like that. I've got a whole box full of them there. But I won't bother getting them out this time. So we'd better think about saying bye bye, don't we?
I'm going to go find you on Instagram, just so you know, and I'll request. So I'm going to come back. There you go.
I didn't mean to touch that. Sorry.
She's touching, don't be touching buttons. Don't be touching buttons. You
I
don't know
wasn't
anything
touching a
about.
button. It was a button. I was trying to get to the bottom of the chat because I'd gone up to see what people were talking about, what Julie was talking about. So, thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you for the
appreciate it.
replay people watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this stream. It's certainly been a bit different, hasn't it? Making little things. So we'll be doing more on the Grunge Journal on Wednesday, I think. I think it's Wednesday I have lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you'll be back Friday.
Getting back to this one.
The streams, the notifications, the YouTube notifications are still out there available for Wednesday and Friday. I won't be here. I will be enjoying the Mississippi River view.
Do you mean you've already put the notifications out for this Wednesday and Friday?
That you've already got the thumbnails and the stream set up in YouTube, so they can go over there and set and click on notify.
Yeah, yeah. You can do that, certainly.
Well, yeah, so they could go into your go straight to your channel on YouTube and go to the
Uh-huh.
live button, and then you'll see the preset for Wednesday and Friday. I just got all caught up on Mariah's. So, yeah, so they can do that. And then hopefully get a notification for Wednesdays and Fridays, which, like I said, I won't be here. I don't know who her special guest is, so we'll be surprised. Thank you for all the newbies to be here. Debbie, I'm so glad to meet you.
Lovely. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you to all the replayers watching us. This is now the end of the stream. We will say bye-bye. So I'm going to press the little button. Here we go. Press 1. Press 1
Bye-bye.
again.
Bye-bye. We're
Here we
going to
go.
put a heart up because we got